Greetings, my friend, Christian entrepreneur, the Jesus entrepreneur. This is Stan. These are 3 words you need to know if you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur. Income, influence, insight. Income, influence, and insight. That's a part of how you make your day. And we're going to talk about that today, some things that you can do every day to make your day. That's the theme, and that's the topic, and that's what we're going to talk about on The Jesus Entrepreneur. And we do thank you for coming back once again. Also, I want to thank a number of you who responded to our program yesterday about Tammy, the hero airplane pilot driver. That's right. She was more than a driver. She was a hero. The more I've learned about the story since then, an even greater part of the story is there. So make sure you listen to yesterday's program. If not, read some of the things about Tammy Jo Schultz, the airplane pilot hero who saved, obviously, almost 150 lives by bringing that plane down. Unfortunately, there was the tragedy of the one woman who died, but all would have gone down if it wasn't for how brave and good and competent she was. And truly, she is a Christian entrepreneur. So check out yesterday's program or take time to find out more about it, as her stuff is all over the World Wide Web and the worldwide news today. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Jonah. Jonah is the founder of Writing Hacks Academy, and she teaches people like you how to write. And she's doing an online course, and she asked me to do the introduction for it. And so it was my privilege and my pleasure to create a video introduction for her course. And I hope she likes it. And I can do the same for you, but that's a part of what I do. And Adrian and his team, these guys have some solar work projects that are literally awesome. And they need about a 7-minute pitch, a video pitch for an upgrade for their services. And they asked me to tell their story and to perform it for them. And I was able to do that. And they're happy with it, and I was happy for the privilege and pleasure of doing it. I love helping entrepreneurs succeed in their business. And if you'd like me to help you by doing some of that video work, I'd be glad to do it. I have a face made for radio, but it seemingly turns out that when I speak with authenticity and sincerity, which I hope is part of who I am, it seems to help people get some results. You can reach me at radioedge77@gmail.com, radioedge77@gmail.com, and we'll go from there. Hey, excuse me, I need a drink of water. In fact, we'll talk about that. So right now, I'm going to get a drink of water because I've been doing so much work in the studio today, I forgot to get one. Great. Now I'm ready to go. We were talking about how you make your day. That fun line that is the world-class one-liner, go ahead, make my day. And Jesus said, give us this day our daily bread. Well, we live literally one day at a time. And that day, something is going to happen that we probably don't plan on. Something happened to me that I didn't plan on. What do I do when that happens? Particularly something that's big and maybe even consequential. What do we do? But for the most part, if we're entrepreneurs, we have to take charge of our day, and we have to do it in such a way that we can make it a good day for us. Just saying, have a nice day is not good enough. We've got to make it a good day. So what I'd like to do is introduce you to a major teaching class and course, but I'm just going to give you a brief outline in it so that you can get some understanding, and it will be hopefully valuable to you just right as it is. 12 or 15 minutes. Here's what I'm saying. First of all, I'm going to suggest that every day you do 7 simple things. All right? Now think about these. Perhaps if you're taking notes, which I doubt, but just in case, maybe you're going to record this. Here are the 7 simple things that you need to do every day that everybody can do. First of all, when you get up in the morning, give thanks. And do it 100 times a day. To somebody, to God, to yourself, give thanks. Oftentimes I coach leaders to say, you know what? As you walk around the deal, see if you can give a thank you 100 times to your colleagues, to your customers. Go for 100 thanks a day. Give thanks. All right? Number 2, drink water. That's vital. Most of us don't drink enough water. And so I keep water all around the studio. Wherever I need it, as I said, I just had to reach over and grab it. I keep it at room temperature. When it's at room temperature, I find that I drink more of it, and it doesn't kind of catch up my throat. So drink water every day. Smile. Make a point of smiling. Try doing it once a day to someone. All right? Number 4, if you can, pet a pet. All right? If you have a dog or a cat or somebody else's, pet a pet. There's a gentleman who always sees me when I'm walking my dog, and he says, I got to pet Jackson. Got to pet Jackson. And he does. Well, number 5, take a walk every day. Take a walk sometime. Now, usually it is in what we call the trough time, that time in perhaps the mid-afternoon, when is usually for most people kind of their downtime, their least effective. Take a break and take a walk. If you can, take a walk with your pet. Then you can get 2 at the same time. So oftentimes I take a walk with Jackson, and sometimes we actually walk along the golf course and I look for lost golf balls for a charity event. So I can do 3 things there. Bless someone. Now, think about that. I want you to bless someone. One of the gentlemen, a friend I'm going to introduce, Dave McKnight, who is really good at helping people understand what they need to do to be strong and how they can play to their strength and seemingly avoid those things that they're not strong in. He gave me an interesting quote one time. He simply said, make sure you communicate non-anxious presence to people. And then together we agreed on this. You either bless someone or you curse someone. It's never neutral. They're either better off or they're worse off because of their transaction, their relation with you. Bless someone. Pray. And I would say, I pray a lot, but pray specifically to Jesus. Obviously, we speak about God the Father and God the Holy Spirit, or just God, or Christ, or we just pray. Pray specifically to Jesus. Address Him and talk to Him and tell Him something. Ask Him for something. Okay? He likes to talk to you. Start the conversation. Because otherwise He kind of remains quiet, unless perhaps you start the conversation. So here we go. Give thanks 100 times a day. Drink water. Smile. Pet a pet. Take a walk. Bless someone. And pray to Jesus. There we go. 7 simple things to do every day. I'm Stan Hustad. This is Radio on the Edge. And next we're going to talk about the 3 I words. Income, influence, insight, and why those are vital to you.
Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord,
And we're back again. I like that, day by day. I want to, Jesus, I want to what? See you more clearly. I want to love you more dearly, and I want to follow you more nearly. If you can say amen to that, you got your Jesus prayer in. Hey, make your day helping others live with entrepreneurial effectiveness and life balance every day. Now, one of my colleagues in the coaching business, who is very well known, far better known than me in many cases, though I've got a little bit of a following, his name is Dan Sullivan, and a number of years ago, he told entrepreneurs that they should divide their day up in 3 things. He said, first of all, you have what he called a focus day, and that's the day you really, really, really work, and you make money and do all of those things. Then you have a buffer day, and a buffer day is when you get caught up with all of the other paperwork and errands. All of that stuff that gets in the way of us working at the work. But you got to do it. You got to take a day and do that. And then he said you need an off day. And so he was very well known for his 3 things that you need to do in kind of giving a theme to your day. A focus day, a buffer day, and an off day. Well, I give him credit for that, but I thought there must be more to it than that. So a few years ago, I put together what I call the coaching experience, the Stan Houston coaching experience, and I say there are 5 themes to the day, and 4 of them begin with the letter I. All right, the letter I. And I'd like to share those with you today and ask you to think about them. Number 1. Income day. This is the day you're doing something that hopefully you'll get paid for. You're doing things that create value for others. People will pay you to do this. Maybe right now, maybe eventually, but people will pay you for what you have done. Do an income day. You're selling. You're talking to clients and customers. You are making a decision to focus on those things that are income making. Now, there's all kinds of ways to put that together, but I would simply encourage you to think about that. Is this a real income day? And you might get distracted. You might get disrupted. Of course you will. But think about that. A income day. All right. Now, it would be nice if every day would be income day, but that is not always possible or even desirable. But you can always make the day. I can't always make sure that I'm going to get paid, but I can always have an influence day. This is the day when I'm doing things in a way, building relationships, networking, calling on people, being friendly, doing things that will hopefully gain me access and income later on. So I oftentimes have to say this is an influence day. I'm trying to influence people today. I'm going to win friends and influence people. I'm going to do good things for them. I'm going to share things with them. I'm going to try and be an influence for good. Marketing, selling, calling, connecting with others, these are a part of your influence day. Can you begin to see how this is helpful to you now? Am I doing income? Am I doing influence? Or am I just goofing off? Am I killing time? And by the way, the old expression is when you kill time, it dies hard. Okay? Just remember that. That's not original with me. I think I borrowed it from somebody else. In fact, I'm sure I did, but I don't remember who. Okay. Income day, influence day. Insight day. Now, I tell people, basically, you're going to get paid for your DWI. That's right. Eventually, in the ICE, the Internet Connected Experience Economy, you're going to get paid best and better for the demonstrated wisdom and insight you know. not driving while intoxicated, heaven forbid, demonstrated wisdom and insight. Take time. Brian Tracy one time said that if you will challenge yourself to read in your subject matter 20 minutes every day, that that in 7 years you'll be a world-class expert. What a challenge. Just take 20 minutes every day to read in your subject or the area that you work in, and you'll be a world-class expert. What am I doing? Particularly focusing. I should do something like this every day, but what am I doing when I really focus on this is going to make me smarter, brighter, kinder, more influential because I have wisdom and insight that is different and unique. So you go to a seminar or you're studying, it's helping you to gain insight, which will help you to have greater influence, which will help you to have greater income. So, income, okay, influence, insight. And I paused so you could remember them and write them down. Got that? Okay. Then, integration. Once a week, I need to pay the bills, do the paperwork, get everything all caught up, get it arranged, get the mess in the office, get it arranged, do the errands, write the checks, pay the bills, go to the post office. That's what my friend Dan called a buffer day, but I say you're just getting it together. You're getting everything integrated. You know, you're putting the pieces together. You're getting your act together. And taking a day, rather than doing it whenever, take a day or a half day and just get it all done. An integration day. And then take a day off. I mean off. We call that the Sabbath. Take a day in which you, as I say, you worship, you reflect, you relax, and you rest. You don't do anything of work. God is really big on taking a day off. He did, and you're supposed to do it too. And studies have shown that people achieve more in 6 days, even 5 days, than they do in 7 days. Rest. Go to bed early. Get 8 hours of sleep. Again, my friend Brian Tracy used to tell me the story that he oftentimes, every week, he took an off day, and then he would go to bed about 8 o'clock so that he could get caught up on his rest. Bingo. And he certainly had a life of true success. There you go. Okay, you got that now? Income, influence, insight, integration, and take a day off. Those are the kind of the themes for the day. Hope this is helpful to you. We'll have a parting word in just a moment. We'll be right back. Hi, once again, this is Stan, just about 20 minutes. Remember the 7 simple things to do. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the 7 principles and practices of an entrepreneur. This is really important for the weekend. And we're also going to learn the entrepreneur's prayer, the real entrepreneur's prayer. We're going to talk about that tomorrow for the weekend. And I think you'll find it helpful and useful. Once again, if I can help you in any way, Stan Hustad. You can call me even. I'll give you my phone number. 520-664-7002 goes right to my phone, and I'll answer it. 520-664-7002. If I can't answer it because I could be in the studio or busy or doing something else, leave a message and tell me that you are a Jesus entrepreneur. Leave your message, and I'll get back to you. Or you can reach me at radioedge77 at gmail.com, radioedge77 at gmail.com. Remember, every day, be a blessing. Thank you. You've blessed me by just taking time to be with me. All the best and blessings, and bye for now.